Good day everyone, I'm Charmaine Villeras and today I will discuss the career test, the different kinds of career test. So the first one is the Holland Code Career Test by John L. Holland. It uses the scientific Holland Code model that scores 6 interest areas or the RIASEC. The realistic, investigative, artistic, social, enterprising, and conventional to guide career planning. Pag sinabi po nating realistic or mga doers, they use tools, machines, or physical work or skills. They like working with hands or outdoors like planting flowers and taking good care of animals. Next is investigative. It is theory-based research, intellectual inquiries. They love working with ideas, concepts, or in academia. Next is artistic. They love to work in an unstructured environment. When we say unstructured environment, they usually produce unique output like art, design, language, or self-expression. Next is social. Social is assisting, teaching, coaching, serving others to improve others' lives. Next is enterprising. Pag enterprising naman po, ito yung leading, motivating, influencing others, likes working in positions of power to make decisions and carry out projects. Then yung conventional po, managing data, informations, processes, and processes. So ito yung example ng Holland Code Career Test that is available on the internet. Ayan, pag sinearch lang po yung Holland Code Career Test, lalabas doon yung different sites na pwede po kayong mag-take doon ng Holland Code Career Test at meron na agad siyang result. Ayan po. Ayan yung magiging, ganyan po yung magiging makikita nyong result, magba-vary lang po syempre. Yung percentage ng result po, depende dun sa 6 areas po na binanggit natin kanina. Then the next one is the motivational appraisal of personal potential or the MAP. MAP provides a personal assessment that identifies an individual's true motivations toward work and allows them to match themselves to job categories to see where they best fit. MAP can be taken by high school graduate to decide what to take on college or for employment. MAP also passed the standard testing measures for validity and reliability. The purpose of MAP is to improve employee development, facilitate career planning and training, organize more efficient teams, and strengthen morale of productivity. Next one is the ONET Interest Profiler or the Occupation Information Network Interest Profiler. It is a self-assessment career exploration tools that can help clients to discover the type of work, activities, and occupations that they would like and find exciting. The ONET Interest Profiler measures 6 types of occupational interest. So, mini-measure niya din po yung RIASEC. It is a 60 questions, rich and extensive research history, and it is widely accepted. It is easy to use and represent a broad variety of occupations and complexity levels. It is a self-administered and self-interpreted test. Ang pinagkaiba po ng ONET at ng Holland Code Career Test, ang ONET Interest Profiler po ay mayroong flexible system. For each job, ONET provides personal requirements like the skills, knowledge needed for work and the personal characteristics like the abilities, interests, and values, the experience requirements or the training, level of licensing, and experiences needed for work, and the job requirements or the work activities, context, and physical and social factors. It also provides the labor market or the pay scale for the work. So this is an example of an Onet interest profiler test. Ayan po. So makikita nyo po dyan may mga phrases or sentences, then i-rate nyo po sila into five categories, kung like or kung gaano nyo po kagusto or gaano nyo kaayaw yung phrase. Ayan. So, ito pong mga pinapakita ko sa inyo na mga print screen. Galing lang po yan sa internet. Pag sinearch nyo po sila, halimbawa ito pong Onet Interest Profiler, meron lang po dun lalabas na mga free na mga exams na pwede nyo pong i-take. Ayan. Then, after pong i-take nyo, may lalabas na po agad na mga interpretations. Next one is the Occupational Interest Inventory. The Occupational Interest Inventory provides an in-depth analysis of candidates and employees' professional aptitude and motivation based on the RIASEC model. It offers a general and combined RIASEC profile of candidates, monitors social desirability or the inclination to present oneself favorably, and matches the candidate's profile with 80 different job categories. Ayan. Ito pong Occupational Interest Inventory ay detailed and deeper information about career interest, and it measures 12 dimensions. Ayan. Yung, di ba nung una po, yung RIASEC is 6 lang siya. Pero dito sa Occupational Interest Inventory, siya ay naging 12 dimensions na yung bawat area kanina ay nagkaroon pa ng branch na tagdadalawa. This is an example of Occupational Interest Inventory. Next is the Iowa Test of Educational Development, or the ITED. It is an instrument designed to help students make wise educational and career planning decisions, respond to a number of activity-related statements representing a wide range of occupations. These statements survey students' preferences in careers, school subject areas, and general opportunities such as working with others. The Iowa Test of Educational Development is a standardized test annually taken in the U.S. by grade 9 to 12. It is created by University of Iowa's College of Education in 1942. It is a nationally accepted standardized achievement test. Its primary goal is to provide information to assist educators in improving teaching. It is used to evaluate the progress of a student's abilities, elicit information about a student's current skill level, growth abilities within each area tested. It includes several fields like vocabulary, spelling, mathematics, and reading and comprehension. Tinetest niya po yung different field to track development of the skills and analysis needed in each of these areas. Ayan, so ito po yung example ng tanong sa ITED. The next is the Geist Picture Interest Inventory by Harold Geist. Ang purpose po niya is to identify motivating forces behind occupational choice, provide possible additional information through projective uses for further research, and provide interest inventory for working with those having limited verbal abilities. This test is widely used especially with culturally different and educationally deprived individuals to identify vocational and avocational interest. It requires a minimum of language because items ask the examinee to simply circle each picture in a series of 3 that depicts the vocational or avocational scene he or she prefers. The inventory can be used from grade 8 through high school, college, and adulthood. So ito po yung example ng guys picture interest inventory. Makikita nyo may 3 picture po dyan. Then imamark nyo yung X under ng picture ng task na gusto nyo po. Then after nun sa score sheet po, itatali nyo kung ilan yung minarkan nyo ng X from A to H. Then makikita nyo po dun sa lowest portion na meron po dun nakaalat na explanation or interpretation po nung score sheet. Next po natin is yung Career Decision Scale by Samuel H. Osipo. It provides an estimate of career indecision and its antecedents, as well as an outcome measure to determine the effects of relevant interventions. The 4-page test booklet contains all items and ratings, as well as space for scoring and recording. Students indicate on a scale of 1 to 4 how closely each statement describes their own thinking process regarding their educational and occupational plans. It is composed of 19 items. Yung first po na items is the certainty scale. And it measures the degree of a certainty a student feels about his or her decisions about a college major or a career. Then yung indecision scale naman po from items 3 to 18. Then yung item 19 po, it is an open-ended, allowing the student to clarify or provide additional information about his or her career decision making. Ang CDS din po ay isang paper and pencil test. It grew out when students sought help on deciding educational or career goal. It can be taken up to 10 to 15 minutes. This is an example of career decision scale. May kita nyo po dyan na merong mga sentences, then i-rate nyo siya from 1 to 4 depending on your preference. Next is the CAPS Intermediate Inventory or the CAPS 2. It provides a measure of interest based on knowledge of school subjects and activities common to students in the 4th grade and up. Along with the inventory, each CAPS 2 booklet contains scoring instructions and interpretive information. This interpretive information includes cluster descriptions and sample occupations for each cluster, in addition to relevant classes and practical suggestions for gaining experience. The CAPS 2 is appropriate for elementary and middle school students as well as older students with reading or academic difficulties. It can be taken in a span of 20 minutes. It explores career interest based on likes and dislikes. It uses proactive approach to career exploration, and it is a self-scoring test and web-based. So this is an example of CAPS 2. Next is the Career Thoughts Inventory or the CTI. Theory-based assessment and intervention resource intended to improve thinking in career problem solving and decision making. Measures dysfunctional career thoughts that may inhibit the ability to effectively engage in the career decision making process. It composed of 48 item inventory, and it is a self-administered and objectively scored measure that can be completed by most clients within 7 to 15 minutes. The assessment is designed to be used by 11th and 12th grade high school students choosing an occupation or choosing a post-secondary field of study or seeking employment. College student choosing an occupation, choosing a major or field of study, or seeking employment. And adults considering an occupational or employment change or entering the workforce after a period of unpaid work. Sa career thoughts inventory po, kapag higher yung score mo, ibig sabihin, merong dysfunctional thoughts that may impede the processing of information in choosing career. Then pag low naman yung score, ibig sabihin, few dysfunctional career thoughts po. And it suggests overall readiness to engage in career decision making. Ang purpose po nitong career thoughts inventory ay i-assist yung mga client in career problem solving and decision making in adult, secondary school, and university students. Next is the adult career concerns inventory. It contains of 61 items and can take up approximately 20 minutes to complete. The first 60 items ask individuals to indicate their degree of concern about coping behaviors that address a sequence of vocational development tasks. The final item requires the individual's current career change status. The Adult Career Concerns Inventory operationally defines so-called the mini cycle or 30 years, so-called maxi cycle depending on the circumstances of the individual's career pattern. The four major stages in either a mini cycle or maxi cycle are exploration, establishment, maintenance, and disengagement. For each stage, the Adult Career Concerns Inventory measures 15 coping behaviors that deal with progressing through that stage. The 15 coping behaviors in each of the 4 stages are further divided into sub-skills consisting of 5 items that each measure 3 specific tasks for each subject of each stage. Ayun. Ito po yung example ng Adult Career Concerns Inventory.